My name is Eric. I'm the drum maker here at Centralia Fur and Hide. I've been making drums for about 5 years. I'm from the Maidu tribe, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble a 14-inch drum from our kits that we sell. So first of all, let's just show you some tools real quick that we use here. This is pretty much all you'll need. A pair of scissors, roller knife, a couple awls for punching our holes, and some nose pliers just to maybe tighten or pull your strings tighter if you need it. Then we'll grab our lace right here, rawhide lace, and our 14-inch drum round, which is 22 inches in diameter and deer. So this one is not pre-punched, but it does come with a pre-punched option online if that's what you need, but it's pretty easy with them all, so do it yourself. And then in this size of a drum kit, you'll get a 14-foot piece of lace, and that'll be more than enough that you need to assemble your kit. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch the outside edge of our drum frame. It helps make it more pliable and easier to wrap around the frame and all of the above. So come over here to our post, and you can do this on any hand railing or back of a chair that has an edge. You just need a little bit of an edge, and we'll just rub back and forth with a little bit of tension on it. So that's that. No matter what, it's going to burn your shoulders, so that's just part of drum making. And we'll grab our frame, 14-inch frame that we sell and cut at our shop, do it ourselves here. And I'm just going to try to find the center. So again, find your two shortest edges, your two closest ones together, and that's where you're going to want to start your drum at. So, take your awl, and we'll just punch our first hole. Don't go too close to the edge out here because you'll tear through. And you want to keep it away from the frame a little bit. So we poked a hole, spin it around so that's in front of us, on top, I like to say. Cut that off our lace because we don't need it. And then we'll tie our knot. So we always go from the top through the hole down on any of the drums you want to make. And we're just going to tie two half hitches. So let's do one half hitch right here, two, and bring our string down, and we'll cut it so we have our piece to work with. So if you just add like an extra 2, 3 inches, 4 inches of excess, cut it right about there, that'll be more than enough to tie your string. So we'll do the same thing, we'll kind of eyeball it, look straight across. I found that if you push down on this on the head, like it leaves a mark so you know where to poke your hole. Poke our hole, again not too close to the edge because it will rip through, and keep it away from the drum frame. So all of our knots we tie are going to be 2 half hitches. Don't pull it too tight because you'll warp your frame and it'll sound high pitched and teeny. And don't do it too loose because then it'll probably go flat or you'll get really, really bassy. So kind of just want about that much playing in. I know it's hard to see on camera, but do 2 half hitches again. And we'll cut the tail just right over the edge of the frame. And I'll show you what to do with that later. We'll tuck the tails in so they're not just hanging there. And just cut it right over the frame. That's about the perfect amount. So we'll spin it, and we were going to repeat the process. We'll do the same thing. So this is up to your discretion and everything, but on this drum there's a little excess that I want to get rid of. So we're going to do a little trimming. We'll just trim a little bit off the top, above your hole. And that's about all the trim you need to do off of it. Don't need to go any deeper. Okay, so we're going to check the length just to make sure everything's even. So it's going to come out even. And it's 14-inch frame, so that cross should be right there, 7 inches. And that's the start of your drum. So we're going to spin it. Doesn't matter which way you spin it. And we're going to poke some little holes. So now in between each section, you're going to have 2 holes. There's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so forth. So just kind of pull everything up and over so I know where it's at. Push it down in there. Do the same thing on this side. Sometimes it'll fight you and not stay. Sometimes it'll stay. So I'm basically just trying to find out where to poke these two holes now, and I want them centered. So we'll just go kind of like across the drum through the X. And again, with the little indentation on your hide, it leaves a mark and you can see it. And we'll poke that hole. We'll do that again for the other side. Through the X, line it up even. Poke the hole. And there you have your two holes. Adjust all your strings to match, and that's what it should look like when you get done. So now we're going to put our leather handles on it, and for the holding of it, you're definitely going to want the help if you're going to be holding the drum for a long period of time. The leather handles help. And this time we're going to do it in threes. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it'll be tied and look just like that. You always want to start with the very first string, the one that's on the complete bottom, because that's your anchor string and it'll help everything lock into place. Keep nothing from coming loose or breaking on you. Take our leather handles, pull out the stretch a little bit, and we're just going to want to go straight across. And I'll show you here in a second. We're going to go separate those three strings just like I showed you a minute ago. So it looks like that, so to speak. Once you get that in there and leave it anchored, you shouldn't have any problem tying this up and moving it with your hands. So we're just going to wrap. Keep it tight. We're going to pinch. We're going to wrap. It's up to your personal preference how many wraps you do. I always do 3 to 4 wraps. That usually seems to be pretty good. It's about the size of your hand. It should look like that. We're going to take this running end. I'm going to split it straight down the center. And then we're going to take the inside tail, and we're going to put it all the way over. It's going to come up through this first gap right there. Pull through, and we'll just basically tie a square knot. So there's your first one, should look like that. And then your second one should look like that. Pull tight, give it a little twist, spin, so the dangles stay there straight. Personal preference on how much you want to cut off for your tails, and then that's what that should look like. So spin it, and do it again. And there's the first part of your handle right there. And do it again, repeat the process. There's your completed handle on the back of your drum. Might be a little hard to see, but just watch the video a couple times and you'll be okay, we'll figure it out. So there's that part. Next thing we do is we'll roll this up over the frame, we'll finish it, and it'll be a done drum. Doesn't matter where you start, pick spot, pull the edge of your rawhide round all the way up, so you get rid of some of this excess down here on the edges. Do kind of like a half roll, half fold. Pull everything tight. with our strings, like I said I was going to show you guys, we'll take that and we'll incorporate that into our rolling folding of the hide. And it should hide it in there. Once it dries, it ain't going nowhere. So we'll go to the next one. So one thing I'm going to show you guys, since this is how you make the drums. You make them exactly like this for the size 14, size 16, size 18, and size 20s. You get up to some of them, you get a little test of your heads. This is a good spot to show you. See how it's not laying exactly flat for me? Well, I don't like that, and when it dries, it's going to dry up, and it might look goofy or it might not stay. So we just use some tacks. Just regular old standard tacks. We're just going to put them in here, kind of down towards the edge of the hide. And this is a trick just to get your stuff to stay. And basically we'll tack it like that, and once it dries in the morning you just pull the tacks out and it's going to stay right there. Most of the rest of these look like they're going to stay, so I'm not worried about it for the rest of them. Give it one last look. That's what it should look like. Essentially, you want in the 4 directions, so we got the 4 directions. Everything kind of even, edges folded over. We'll hang it to dry, not near any kind of open heat or anything like that, and by tomorrow morning when I come in, this should be good to go and ready to play. That's how you make a 14-inch drum.